class 6, good morning. So yesterday we were discussing about roots. We have done up to roots. कल हमने stem के बारे में देखा था, leaves के बारे में देखा, herbs, shrubs and trees क्या होते हैं उसके बारे में हमने DG में समझने की कोशिश की थी. ठीक है क्लास. तो आज हम roots के बारे में देखेंगे कि रूट्स एग्जैक्टली क्या होती है. कल हमने रूट्स की डेफिनेशन देखी थी. आज हम रूट्स के टाइप्स के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. एक बार हम दोबारा से रूट से ही कंटिन्यू करते हैं. आई होप आप लोगों को क्लियर हो जाए. ओके क्लास, सो प्लीज़ फोकस ऑन दिस.
What do cassava, sweet potato, beet, carrot, turnip, parsnip, radish, yam, and horseradish have in common? Yes, these are all edible roots of different plants. The food prepared by the leaves travels through the stem and is stored in different parts of a plant. In plants such as carrots, turnip, etc., the food is stored in the roots. Do roots serve any other function? You'll be amazed at the variety of functions performed by the roots. Let us discuss some of them. Roots are as important as leaves and stems in plant growth because they provide the stems and leaves with a steady supply of water and dissolved minerals.
तो क्लास, रूट का क्या फंक्शन होता है?
Roots are as important as leaves and stems.
रूट्स क्या करती है? रूट्स जितना भी वाटर और मिनरल्स सॉइल में डिसॉल्व होता है उसको एब्जॉर्ब करती है. इज इट क्लियर? Roots absorb large amounts of water and dissolved minerals from the soil. Soil में जितना भी dissolved minerals और water होते हैं, roots उनको absorb करती है. Is it clear class?
In plant growth because they provide the stems and leaves with a steady supply of water and dissolved minerals. Roots tend to grow in length rather than width. This is because the roots need to go deep into the soil to locate water and...
So is it clear to you that roots go deep into the soil? Soil में मिट्टी में गहराई तक जाती है roots. Is it clear class?
Minerals. The minerals are chemicals that help the plant to grow. Let us watch an interesting activity to confirm this. Select 2 weeds of the same kind from an open ground and dig them out. Plant one of the weeds in the soil in pot A. Cut off the roots from the other weed and plant it in the soil in pot B. Water them regularly.
So this was the activity that we have seen yesterday only. आपने क्या करा कि एक प्लांट के अंदर आपने रूट्स के साथ प्लांट को सॉइल में डाला. दूसरा प्लांट आपने क्या करा, आपने रूट्स को कट कर दिया और उसके बाद आपने सॉइल को डाला. तो इसके बाद हमें क्या आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स देखने को मिले थे आफ्टर 6 to 7 days कि ये जो फर्स्ट वाला प्लांट है जिसमें रूट्स है वो तो वेल नरिश्ड था, अच्छे से ग्रो करा था, बट ये जो था इसकी लीव्स भी शेड हो गई थी जिसको आप बोलते हो हिंदी में मुरझा जाना. इज इट क्लियर?
Observe the plants after a week. Are both the plants healthy?
सी इसमें क्या है, लीव्स गिर रही है, ये प्लांट सूख चुका है एंड इट इज वेल
Both the plants are watered regularly, but one is without roots, isn't it? Does this activity help you understand an important function of the root? One important function of the roots is to anchor the plant to the ground. They stop it from being blown away by a strong wind or from being pulled out of the soil by an animal.
तो क्लास रूट का सेकंड फंक्शन क्या है? रूट्स एंकर द प्लांट फर्मली टू द ग्राउंड। रूट्स क्या करती है? रूट्स प्लांट को अच्छे से ग्राउंड के अंदर होल्ड करके रखती है, ग्राउंड के अंदर पकड़ के रखती है। आप एक बार सोचो कि अगर रूट ना होती तो प्लांट्स, अगर सपोज विंड आती, बहुत तेज़ हवा चलती, तो क्या होता? प्लांट्स उड़ जाते, ठीक है। तो रूट्स क्या करती है? रूट्स प्लांट्स को सॉइल के अंदर होल्ड करके रखती है।
First root to emerge from seed is the primary root. In most plants such as gram, mango or guava, the root enlarges and forms the main root. This is the taproot. The smaller roots that grow from the taproot are called lateral roots.
सी, हमने टैप रूट पढ़ा था क्लास, लेटरल रूट्स पढ़ा था, फाइबेरियस रूट्स पढ़ा था। सो द मेन रूट दैट इज emerging, that is known as taproot, and the smaller roots that grow from the taproot are called lateral roots. lateral roots किसे कहा जाता है? ये जो छोटी छोटी roots taproot में से निकल रही हैं, इन्हें बोला जाता है lateral roots. The smaller roots that grow from the taproot are called lateral roots. ये जो छोटी छोटी roots taproot में से निकल रही हैं, इसे बोला जाता है lateral root.
You have seen that there are different kinds of stems and leaves. Do the roots also show a variety? Plants, such as grasses, do not have any main root. All their roots are similar in size and spread, and these are called fibrous roots.
See, this one is the fibrous root because ये क्या है? ग्रास है। ग्रास की कोई रूट नहीं होती, कोई मेन रूट नहीं होती, ठीक है। इस तरह की रूट्स को बोला जाता है फाइबेरियस रूट्स। व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड? इट इज फाइबेरियस रूट। इज इट विजिबल टू यू पीपल?
They form an extensive mass. In this way, roots also prevent soil erosion by holding the soil together. Let us be detectives today. We shall try to detect what kinds of roots a plant has without actually pulling it out of the soil. To be able to guess whether a plant has tap roots or fibrous roots, all we need to do is look at the venation of its leaves. Plants which have reticulate venation in their leaves usually have tap roots. Most trees have tap roots. Plants which have parallel venation in their leaves usually have fibrous roots.
Is it clear? Plants that have parallel venation in their leaves, उनको बोला जाता है fibrous roots. Is it clear? ऐसे plants जिनकी parallel venation होती है, उन्हें बोला जाता है fibrous roots.
Most grasses, corn and rye have fibrous roots. So now you can easily look at a plant and guess which type of root system it has. Good work, detective.
Okay. Which of these is not a job of the root of the plant? इनमें से कौन सा root का function नहीं है? To make food, to hold the plant in place, to take in water and minerals from the soil. Class, you have 1 minute to do this MCQ. आप लोग फटाफट से mark करो, then we'll discuss the answer of this. Which of these is not a job of the root of the plant? You have to tell इनमें से कौन सा root का function नहीं है. To make food, खाना बनाना, to hold the plant in place, to take in water and minerals from the soil. I hope आप सबने आंसर मार्क कर लिया होगा. See, the correct answer is to make food. Roots जो है, roots खाना नहीं बनाती. Roots क्या करती है? Plant को अपनी place पर hold करके रखती है. To take in water and minerals from the soil. Soil से water और minerals लेती है. Okay. Next question is, in this system there is a main primary root larger than other branching roots. Taproot और fibrous root. You have to tell कि ऐसी कौन सी रूट है जिसमें मेन प्राइमरी रूट बाकी रूट से बड़ी होती है और छोटी छोटी ब्रांचिंग रूट्स होती है. टैप रूट में होता है ऐसा या फाइबेरियस रूट में होता है. फटाफट से इसका आंसर मार्क करो, देन विल डिस्कस द आंसर. टैप रूट है इसका आंसर या फिर फाइबेरियस रूट है? So what is the answer class? I hope you people have marked the answers. मैच करना है आपने फिर आंसर. So what is the answer? टैप रूट इज द आंसर. इसमें क्या होता है? एक मेन प्राइमरी रूट होती है दैट इज लार्जर देन द अदर ब्रांचिंग रूट्स. In this system, there are many thin roots with smaller roots branching out. Taproot या fibrous root. You have to tell the answer. ऐसा सिस्टम जिसमें छोटी छोटी पतली पतली रूट्स होती है और उसमें से स्मॉलर रूट्स ब्रांचिंग हो रही होती है स्मॉलर रूट्स की, यानी स्मॉलर रूट्स निकल रही होती है उसमें से. यू हैव टू मार्क द आंसर. व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर? इज इट टैपरूट और इज इट फाइबेरियस रूट? मार्क करो क्लास आंसर फटाफट से. व्हाट इज द आंसर? टैपरूट और फाइबेरियस रूट? So the answer is fibrous root. I hope आप सबने ठीक मार्क करा होगा इसको, है ना? Fibrous root is the answer. In this system there are many thin roots with smaller roots branching out. Fibrous root is the answer. Is it clear to you? Next. This one is true or false. Roots tend to grow in length rather than width. Roots जो है length में grow करती हैं width में grow करने की बजाय. You have to tell true or false. Class answer mark करो. Roots tend to grow in length rather than in width. So the answer will be true. Roots tend to grow in length rather than in width. Answer is true. Next is, the root system of a plant or tree can be large underground than the plant itself above above the ground. जो रूट सिस्टम होता है प्लांट का या फिर किसी भी ट्री का कैन बी लार्ज अंडरग्राउंड देन द प्लांट इटसेल्फ अबव द ग्राउंड। जो रूट सिस्टम है वो लार्ज हो सकता है बहुत ज़्यादा, इनफैक्ट उस प्लांट के कंपैरेटिवली जो ग्राउंड के ऊपर है। इज इट क्लियर? सपोज प्लांट के नीचे जो रूट्स हैं, आपने ये पूछा गया आपसे कि जो प्लांट के नीचे रूट्स हैं वो प्लांट से ज़्यादा बड़ी हो सकती है, तो आंसर क्या होगा, ट्रू और फॉल्स? तो आंसर इज ट्रू। यहाँ पर आपको क्या बता रखा है, ऑस्ट्रेलियन प्लांट कॉल्ड क्रिसमस ट्री इज लाइक अ रोबोट। This tree steals water from neighboring plants. तो यहाँ पे आपको एक क्रिसमस प्लांट के बारे में बता रखा था, वो क्या करता था, नेबरिंग प्लांट से वाटर ले लेता था। Now you people have understood about roots. Now we will see about flowers.
Plants have been around for more than 400 million years, even before the dinosaurs roamed the earth. Flowering plants first appeared about 13 million years ago. That is a long, long time ago. How many of you have ever looked really closely at the inside of a flower? And have you ever wondered what these parts of the flower do? Each different part of a plant has a unique purpose. It is important to know how these parts of the flower work together, because flowers are a very necessary part of forming something we like very much. Yes, fruits and vegetables like peppers, watermelons, strawberries, tomatoes, apples, and seeds like peas. Yummy! The main parts of a flower are sepals, petals, stamens, and pistil. All flowers need not have all these four parts. Let us take a look at each of these parts one by one.
See, what is this? This is sepal. You can see sepals are green in color and how they look. Petals, these are the colored parts of a flower. Stamens, see this is a stamen जहाँ पे filament है और उसके ऊपर anther है, and this one is pistil. Pistil that I have told you जिसमें ovule and all these things are there. What are the different parts of a flower? Do all flowers have all four parts? Petal.
The first part of a flower that we are going to discuss is the petal. In many flowers, the petals are joined together. Do you see how bright and colorful?
See, the petals are usually bright and colorful. जो bright और colorful part होता है उसे बोला जाता है petals. In many flowers, petals are joined together.
colorful the petals of a flower are. How many of you like this part of the flower best? The main function of the petals is to attract insects, such as bees or butterflies, or even birds into the flower to help it form new seeds. Do all the flowers have bright, conspicuous petals? No. Look at this flower. This calla lily has no petals. The second part of the flower that we are going to look at is this small little leaf-like structure here at the base of the flower. This is called the sepal. The sepals form a ring around the petals. The sepals are usually green or brown, although in some plants they are the same color as the petals. And what is the use of sepals? Their job is to protect the flower while it is still a bud. The sepals are not always separate. In many flowers, the sepals are joined together. Take a look at the petals. Are they joined too? Yes. In a flower, the number of sepals is usually the same as the number of petals. Do all the flowers have sepals? Look at this flower. It has no sepals or even petals. Can you guess what this part of the flower is called? Yes, stamens. Each stamen has two parts, the anther and the filament.
See, this we have read in our books now. Stamen के दो parts होते हैं. This one is the filament and that one is the anther. Filament and anther.
That contains the pollen, and the filament holds up the anther. Different kinds of stamens are present in different flowers. Some are joined together, others are separate. There can be many stamens in a flower or only one in a flower. Now we are going to move even farther into the flower, down to the middle. This is where we will find the pistil. Can you see the pistil in the flower? The carpel has three parts: the stigma, the style, and the ovary. The style is the stalk that holds up the stigma. The stigma may be expanded into a bulb or disc, or divided into two or more slender parts. The ovary is the lowermost and swollen part of the pistil. This is a very important part of the flower, as the seeds are made here. Shall we take a look at what lies inside the ovary? Just a peek. Do you see some small bead-like structures inside the ovary? They are called ovules or eggs. Can you identify the petals, the stamens, and the pistil in this beautiful African lily?
So class, here parts of a flower were made clear to you: stamens, petals, pistils and sepals. I hope with this आपको parts of a flower clear हो गए होंगे. Is it clear class? Okay. Now we will do some questions through which the chapter will be clear to you. A tall plant with a hard, woody stem which branches out in the upper part is called. ऐसे प्लांट को क्या कहा जाता है? Herb, shrub, tree और creeper. You have to mark the answer. Class, you have 1 minute. Mark the answer fastly. Herb, shrub, tree or creeper. Question is, a tall plant with a hard, woody stem which branches out in the upper part is called herb, shrub, tree or creeper. I hope now the question is visible to you. A tall plant with a hard, woody stem which branches out in the upper part is called a herb, shrub, tree or a creeper. You have to mark the answer. That is called a tree. Next is, to which of the following categories do creepers and climbers belong? आपको बताना है कि creepers और climbers कौन सी कैटेगरी में आते हैं. Herbs and shrubs की कैटेगरी में, shrubs and trees की कैटेगरी में, herbs and trees की कैटेगरी में. They do not belong to herbs, shrubs or trees. What will be the answer? Creepers and climbers कौन सी कैटेगरी से बिलोंग करते हैं? You have to mark the answer. So class, what will be the answer? That they do not belong to herbs, shrubs or trees. Is it fine? Next is, pick out the herb. You have to tell which of the following is a herb. Sunflower, hibiscus, lemon or gulmohar. You have to tell which of the following is a herb. So which of the following is a herb? Sunflower is a herb. Next is, what are the two main organ systems in plants? Root and shoot system, climber and creeper system, root and the stem, the shoot and the leaf. You have to tell the two main organ systems in plant. So what will be the answer, class? Mark the answer fastly. The answer will be A. Answer will be root and shoot system. Next is, watermelons grow along the ground as they have a weak stem and cannot stand erect. They are called climbers, creepers, herbs or shrubs. The answer will be creepers. Is it clear, class? So with this, your chapter 7 that was getting to know plants gets over. And I hope आप सबको चैप्टर क्लियर हो गया होगा और जो भी बेसिक टर्म्स हैं, herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, climbers, स्टेम के फंक्शंस, रूट्स के फंक्शंस, लीव्स के फंक्शंस, ये सब आपको क्लियर हो गए. थैंक यू क्लास.